Introverted people are known for their silence, tranquility, and deep thoughts. Rather than getting caught up in the chaotic noise of the outside world, they seek peace within their inner world. They are often misunderstood, as if they appear inadequate in social environments. However, this is merely what we see on the surface. Introverts live life quietly but deeply. For them, life is not about show. It's nourished by meaningful connections and inner richness. Introverts live life quietly but deeply. For them, life is not about show. It is nourished by meaningful connections and inner richness. While society constantly pressures us to be more extroverted, to talk more, and to do more, introverts carve their own path. They prefer quality over quantity, pursuing what is deep and meaningful. In this video, we will explore the unique peace that introverts find in silence, standing against the noise of life and witnessing their inner wisdom. If you are an introvert, what is described here will feel familiar to you. If you are not, perhaps for the first time, you will step into the depths of this silent world. Get ready, because this journey might open new doors to your own inner world. Now is the time to discover the power behind the silence. 1. Solitude and owning their space. Society constantly pushes the necessity of socializing. If we are not always with someone, social norms whisper that we are living an incomplete life. Yet the virtue of being alone is often overlooked. Is losing ourselves in crowds more valuable than finding ourselves? People often act as if spending time with others is an achievement, ignoring the emptiness within. Seneca once said, "When I mingle with the crowd, I leave behind some of my good habits." He explained that entering into crowds may lead us to find faults enjoyable, sneaking their way into our souls. For this reason, we should retreat into our shells as much as possible, engaging with people who can make us better, and welcoming those into our homes who we can also improve. As the Stoics remind us, our mind is our kingdom. When introverts are at home, they find the opportunity to retreat into this inner world. This space allows for reflection, self-examination, and the pursuit of calmness. This doesn't mean they don't appreciate the presence of their loved ones, but they understand that solitude is a necessary part of maintaining inner peace. 2. Long walks alone. Modern life constantly accelerates, yelling at us to run, not stop, and achieve more. But this pace prevents us from realizing what we're missing. While we try to be everywhere, we often end up nowhere. So, how much time do we actually spend with our own thoughts? Are we too caught up in constant goals to face our inner selves? For inner peace, walking is a Stoic journey. We are not just travelers in the external world, but also in the depths of our own minds. When we walk alone, we observe the flow of our thoughts like a river. The stones in the river shape our thoughts, and the calmness of the water cleanses our soul. Walking becomes an internal meditation, a journey. Marcus Aurelius often walked through the streets of Rome, contemplating life and the universe. Similarly, introverts value their long solitary walks, allowing their thoughts to flow naturally without the noise of external distractions. Walking in silence helps them synchronize their inner dialogue with the rhythm of nature, finding peace and clarity in the simple act of movement. Just like a Stoic seeks wisdom in the logos, the rational principle governing the cosmos, introverts find serenity through thoughtful introspection. 3. The simplicity of online shopping. Consumer culture constantly conditions us to feel like we need more things. Is it our needs that are growing, or our desires? Seneca summed this up beautifully. If you make a man who is not content with what he has the ruler of the world, he will still be unhappy. True wealth lies in appreciating what we already have. For introverts, the quiet, undisturbed atmosphere of online shopping allows them to make conscious decisions. It gives them time to think before acting, to weigh their desires against their needs. This aligns with the Stoic virtue of only choosing what truly serves us and rejecting the unnecessary. 4. When plans are cancelled, society constantly pushes us to stay busy and to always be doing something out in the world. Spending time with ourselves and having unplanned moments are often seen as shortcomings. When plans get cancelled, it's viewed as a failure or a loss. However, this is one of the manipulations of the modern world. Do we really need to always be out and about? Why is the time we set aside for ourselves diminished? Epictetus taught that it's not external events that disturb us, but our judgments about them. When plans get cancelled, introverts don't feel relieved because they dislike people, but because they are free from imposed expectations and obligations. At that moment, they choose to focus on what they deem necessary, granting themselves time for self-reflection. The cancellation of plans offers a Stoic opportunity to exercise voluntary simplicity and to determine their own fate. 5. Preferring texting over phone calls. People, even those closest to us, often expect quick responses when they call, demanding immediate reactions. Phones ring, messages flood in, and we are expected to communicate without a pause. But constantly reacting weakens our ability to think deeply. How much are we truly reflecting in this era of fast communication? Stoic wisdom praises thoughtful communication. Words like seeds, if sown deeply, will take root strongly. Communication through texts allows introverts the time to think, to choose their words carefully, like an artist shaping their sentences with care. Slow and meaningful communication will always surpass fast and superficial interactions. Stoicism teaches the importance of choosing words wisely, reminding us that speech can either build or damage relationships. For introverts, texting provides a way to communicate thoughtfully, preparing their responses with intention, aligning with the Stoic virtue of wisdom and meaningful interaction over hurried, impulsive communication. 6. Being alone in public places. Being alone in a crowd is not a way to escape from the outside world, but a method of making peace with the inner world. In today's society, there's a constant pressure to be visible. Everyone wants attention, to be noticed. But isn't this desire for visibility a means of escaping our inner world? The Stoics believed that peace could be found even in the most crowded cities, because true peace comes not from the absence of noise, but from within. Introverts don't seek to escape the world. They appreciate being alone in their inner peace. Like a Stoic, they observe life without getting pulled into the chaos. 7. When it rains. When it rains, most people rush to avoid getting wet, fearing the rain. Yet rain is a gift of nature. Storms arise in our lives too, but these moments cleanse our souls. The modern world constantly preaches that we should chase after sunny days and treats the rain as an inconvenience. But think back to your childhood. When it rained, we would run outside, dance and try to catch the raindrops on our faces. We even made paper boats, letting them float in the rainwater. Now, as adults, we fear the very thought of rain. However, introverts, much like Stoics, never lose this connection. There is beauty in the natural order, and rain, with its rhythmic drops and calming presence, serves as a reflection of the universe's rational order. For introverts, rain creates a natural environment for reflection, inviting them to pause and embrace its tranquility. Like a passing storm, rain reminds us that life's discomforts are temporary. 8. Meaningful conversations. There is an undeniable truth we must accept. Even face-to-face conversations are often shallow, meaningless, and filled with empty chatter. Do we really care about the answers we receive, or are we just filling the silence? Meaningless conversations leave our souls feeling hollow, like an empty vessel. For the Stoics, a true conversation nourishes the soul. Just like the roots of a tree grow deeper in search of water, meaningful conversations deepen our souls. Every word acts like a root. Not the shallow ones, but the deep ones strengthen us. Shallow talk is blown away by the wind, but meaningful conversations are the ties that connect our souls. The Stoics valued meaningful discussions, emphasizing their depth and dismissing trivial chatter. Similarly, introverts seek conversations that go beyond the surface. These talks allow them to learn, grow, and practice empathy, wisdom, and humility. Such conversations are aligned with the Stoic virtues that strengthen relationships and encourage personal growth. 9. Retreating into solitude. The Stoics understood the sanctity of silence. Like a calm bay in the middle of a stormy sea, silence protects us from the chaos of life. These quiet corners allow our thoughts to clear and our emotions to settle. When we retreat into silence, we find balance within our inner world. It doesn't matter how noisy the outside world becomes. For introverts, these silent spaces are a haven, much like the Stoic philosophers found refuge in their minds amidst life's chaos. These spaces allow introverts to think, meditate, and recharge. A quiet room becomes more than just a physical retreat. It becomes a sanctuary where they reconnect with their inner selves, grounding themselves in peace and calm. The ideal of maintaining tranquility in the face of life's noise is achieved during these moments of solitude. In conclusion, introverts naturally embrace many principles of Stoicism. By seeking solitude, living consciously, and focusing on what truly matters, they develop an inner peace that is aligned with the pursuit of Stoic virtue. Like the ancient Stoic philosophers, introverts remind us that true contentment is not found in external distractions, but in the quiet strength of our own minds. What do you think? Which of the traits we've discussed resonate with you the most? Do you embrace these ideas? Feel free to share your thoughts below. Until the next video, stay stoic and stay strong.